Hey there guys, and welcome to Let's Play Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. Dragon Age 3 is obviously the third game in the Dragon Age series. You will notice that on the screen it does tell me to continue, if I so choose. Needless to say, I'm not going to be continuing. The reason it says that is that, like almost all of the blind runs I do, I did play about 2 hours of this just to make sure it's a game I wanted to blind run. There's nothing worse than me getting into a game and then deciding to quit halfway through. So, I don't want to do that to you, and so I'm not going to. But that is why it says continue. I have played about 2 hours, basically through the prologue. That's about, 4 episodes, assuming I don't skip anything. Which I might. You never know. Anyway, for those of you that may not have played Dragon Age 1 and 2, I do recommend them. They are both fantastic games. Dragon Age 1 is better than 2, but a lot of people really dislike Dragon Age 2, and I think somewhat unfairly. So, I do recommend playing them, but just so you can watch this in case you haven't, a very, 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 very quick rundown. Oh my gosh, the games, I could talk about them for an hour. I could talk about them for 3 hours. But very briefly, this tells the story of a conflict between the Templars and the Mages. Mages are able to act within the Fade. The Fade is the land of dreams and also the land of demons. Mages are actually able to retain their cognizance while in the Fade. Oh my goodness. No, I do not want this coming up while I'm playing. I keep forgetting about that whenever I'm recording. But yeah, mages are able to act within the Fade. Because of that, they are also able to interact directly with demons while they're sleeping. This makes a number of people rather uncomfortable. So, in order to kind of address that, the Templars have corralled all of the mages into circle towers where they can be kept an eye on, and if any of them start to show the signs of demonic influence, they can be put down. Because that's better for everyone, because abominations or mages that have made pacts with demons are horrifically powerful and can cause unending damage. The mages, however, don't quite find that agreement to be everything that it could be. So, at the end of Dragon Age 2, and I'm sorry this is a bit of a spoiler, but I can't talk, it's the premise of Dragon Age 3, I have to talk about it. So if you are going to play Dragon Age 2, you may want to stop now, if you haven't already. End of Dragon Age 2, the Mage Tower in Kirkwall rebels, and breaks free of the Templars that are basically guarding it. This causes a number of other towers to also rebel. There's a huge conflict that goes on, basically Mage-Templar civil war across the entirety of the land. And finally, they call for a truce. The head of the church says, Mages, Templars, come here to this temple thing that we're seeing on the screen, and we'll work this out. We've got to stop killing each other. So they do. And that is the premise of Dragon Age 3. Unfortunately, right as they get to the temple, this happens. Whoops. So, for this, I'm going to play a human. The reason I went for humans, for a long time I was actually thinking about going for a kunai, because the kunai are the, new race here. But the problem is, this very much deals with the way that humans treat mages. Elves never really abided by the circle, at least the Wild Dalish elves, which is who you play in this game. Dwarves don't have mages, and the Khun find the whole setup, have absolutely no tolerance for the Chantry or the mages. So I kind of feel like a human is best able to explore this story. So that's what I'm going with. The first game I played an Elven Archer. The second game I played a human two-handed warrior. So this game I'm going for a dual-wielding rogue. I want to play something a little bit different every game. I don't want every playthrough to be the same, so there we go. Normal, absolutely. Awesome. Yes, I do want to import my old save games. Absolutely. I want what I chose to do to have an impact on the story. Huzzah. Let's go. Use fast travel spots within the area to move instantly between other fast travel points you have unlocked or Inquisition camps you have claimed. I'll do that. This is kind of cool. If it takes a while to load, you can press the next one and read what the next thing is. It at least gives you something to do in these loading screens, which I thought was a nice touch. All right. So here we go. In theory. We're theoretically going. Here's our young protagonist. I don't quite know where I am. This certainly doesn't look like the landscape I was just seeing. There's no snow anywhere. But that is not what I look like. Thankfully, unlike the first time, since I have played this before, I already kind of settled on a person. Whoa, 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 whoa. But I'm customizing that, thank you. So I will show this off, just so people can kind of see what your options are. I don't remember exactly what she looked like, but I'm pretty close. You can be super, super, super pale. But I kind of don't like that. I like a little bit of a darker complexion in order to... There we go. Not actually... Just to kind of offset her hair. And then how ravaged by time do you want to be? That one is actually okay. Eye color... I don't know why, but that just... The light blue just is very striking to me. Hair, I think we... No, I think we actually do change it a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's the hair I went for. I don't change it from that.
You leave me no choice.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
All right. Head and ears. You can make a lot of adjustments to this. For the most part, I don't care too much. Man, now her ears are bothering me. Okay. That's the problem. Whenever I change something from the default, I start like paying attention to it, and I always think it's a lot worse. Eyes. There we go. A little suspicious. Eye size again. You can... How squinty do you want to be? The one that I care the most about. I can barely see a difference there. Okay. No, I actually like her eye color right now. I don't want to change it. Nose. I might thin her nose a little bit. Does that look okay? It's a little on the bulbous side, isn't it? Nose tip size. I always have found that they give you so many options in this. Okay, that's a little bit better. Although, man, now the bridge looks recessed. I care about this stuff too much. I hate that you have to go back in order to see what you've done. And you know what? I'll take it. Looking from the side is a little bit bothersome, but how much do you actually look at someone from the side? The big thing I do want to change is that yellow makeup is going to drive me crazy. So we'll change it to kind of black. It will also way less than that. Don't make her look nearly so gaudy. Under eye color? This is the problem. I don't know enough about makeup to have any idea what I'm doing. Lip color, I do not want... And again, turn that down. We don't need you to stand out that gaudily. Okay. I'm more or less happy with this. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me de-shine that lip a little bit. Don't need it glaring out at us. That's still that lipstick still seems awfully intense. There we go. Want to look a little bit natural, I think. So that should be good. Accept changes. Name my character. Here we go, guys. I hope you're ready. Because I sure am. Prepare to have fun. Alright. They're just... Oh, never mind. I was thinking those were like little tiny mite spiders or something. I didn't realize they were as big as I was. Or at least half my size. Dude, step over the thing. What are you doing? Come help. And why did I... I was moving up there pretty quick. Why did I just get up and step over it? That's crazy. I know it's done for dramatic intent, but come on. Okay. So, that was the introduction, guys. What did you think? Now, that wasn't the whole of the prologue. It did not take me 2 hours to do that the first time, good lord. And here we go. In amongst the most paranoid jailers ever. Not only am I in a cell, but there's 4 of them standing around me with swords drawn. Good lord. And as you can see, as with every other Elder Scrolls game, we start off as a prisoner. I know that BioWare said they drew inspiration from Skyrim for this, but man, even to the intro where, hey, let's start you off as a prisoner.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is
Obviously
dead,
not, I'm still here.
except...
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so I can press 1 through 6 if I want to very quickly say it. But the problem with that is that sometimes the little icon that shows up in the middle matters.
You think I'm responsible? Explain this.
I'm scared of the dark.
Can't. What do you mean you can't? I don't know what that is, or how it got there. You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
Oh, that's right. It has been a little bit since I played this. Yeah, Cassandra is really, really, really relevant to Dragon Age 2. She's one of 2 recurring characters that I ran into within the first 2 hours. Actually, I guess 3. I forgot Liliandra was also in Dragon Age 1. Whoops! So, yeah, this is what I was talking about. In the middle, you know, you can either be very emotional, very straightforward, confused, or kind of demanding.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember... running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then... Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the...
She was going to, like, try and kill me a few minutes ago. Why are you leaving, Liliandra? Or Liliana? There's no D in her name.
What did happen?
No one knows.
It will be easier to show you.
Apparently that mountain gets scared of the dark, too.
We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave. An explosion can do that? This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you.
Oh,
It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't
She
much
seems
time.
awfully knowledgeable about what's happening with it. Yeah, if it's killing me, why would I have done it?
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
Look. This thing is threatening to destroy the world. You don't have to, like, browbeat me into doing it. I don't necessarily want everyone that I've ever known to be dead.
I understand.
Then
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
they have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed.
Then we can go back to being judgmental jerks.
There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Okay. That's right. This game has really wonky controls. It does not control like the other Dragon Ages, which is super annoying. You kind of used, like it said, the WASD keys in order to control. Also, these guys that are walking around, they're not real people. And that's super annoying that they're not real people. I would much prefer if there was actually something to be done here, you know? I could talk to some of these, but you can't. There are very specific points where you're supposed to be active, and there's certain points where you're not. But yeah, I mean, I know this is not astounding. You know, games have been looking very, very pretty for a while now. But it's just, I typically play such kind of antiquated games that when I just look at this, I'm like, oh my goodness. I had the same experience when I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles. Just the amount of detail in the game.
Coming faster now.
Well, we'll do what we can.
The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious.
Real quick, audio. Because I have to turn the sound way down so you don't overhear it too much on my mic. So I definitely want...
Say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she
I guess that one won't trigger.
Everything
Oh, there we go.
in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you're...
Ah, okay. Again, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to play catch up a lot, because I do assume some of you may not have done everything or remember everything. Temple of Sacred Ashes is totally a place that we went to in Dragon Age 1. It is where the ashes of, I'm sure there'll be codex about it. Oh, wow. Well, that interrupts it. But the point is, it's a place I've been to before. Well, hello, demon.
Stay behind me.
Okay, no problem. I don't have a weapon, apparently. Oh, bugger. That's never a good thing. Press R or to attack. I don't know why you turned away from me, but that's a bad idea. I'm a rogue.
It's over.
Drop your weapon.
Just
now.
one of them? Huh. She was already super. I'll drop the weapon and then I'll try and talk her out of it.
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless.
Thank you. I'm glad you're awesome. I appreciate it when you're awesome.
I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
You should. But it's okay. I can't expect you to be perfect. Oh, and I have potions now. The potions are another interesting thing they changed in this game. And this is why you guys are so lucky I did play this before I uploaded it the first time.
We are on our own for now.
Because, man, it took me forever to figure out the controls the first time and figure out how this works. You don't stock potions all the time anymore. Instead, you, you basically have a certain amount of potions to get you through an area, and it makes it a lot more kind of intense. They also have, like, automatic don't cover up their faces with ugly helmets, which I appreciate. Okay. The one thing that I do sort of regret is they don't have origin stories anymore. In the original Dragon Age, whenever you pick your... Yeah, I know.
There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage. One down!
Now, that is... I'm clicking like crazy. You don't have to. You can just hold it down. But yeah, that is the... And it bothers me a little bit, because they just changed the control scheme for apparently no reason. Yeah, I can't turn that way. So it would have come down that way. But yeah, what I was saying is about the potions, you have a certain number of potions to get through an area. So you can't just, you know... A lot of times in the original game, I would just get to a point where I was like, okay, well, I just have enough potions to win this battle of attrition. You can't necessarily do that anymore. It is, in theory, significantly more tactical.
Up on the hill! It attacks from a distance.
Hey, don't shoot me. Shoot her. She's got more hit points and armor. What did I just say? Alright. Codex unlocked. Right. I'm not going to be reading every codex that happens. Good lord, I would be here for 20 years.
Ah! They're falling from the breach.
Come on, Cassandra. Yeah, Cassandra, you go... Oh, I can't control her yet. Arg. That's annoying. Alright, get behind him. Finish him off real quick. Couple splats. Will you stop shooting me? Oh man, there's still another over there. I don't remember there being two of them. I thought it was 2 and 2. Maybe it'd be better if this was blind, because I wouldn't confuse myself with misremembering stuff. Yeah, just the freaking, like, the glowing of the rift in the ice that's fractionated. It's just, there's so much detail put in this game. It certainly wasn't rushed out the door like Dragon Age 2 was. Good gwarsh. See anything up here? Looking like no. Looking like there's no reason to go that way. I'm trying to go that way. Okay, so up the stairs. I can do that.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
I wish there was a sprint button or something so I could actually get there and help. Hey guys. I have daggers. Or short swords or something. And there's Varric. I mentioned that there were 3 people that came from previous games so far. He is the 3rd. Liliandra, Cassandra, and Varric.
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
Wait. How? What? You mean the mark did it?
You mean this?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever.
Why is your shirt so open like that? It's snowing.
Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
She's like, "Mrrr." Yeah. Why are you here, Varric? The last time I saw you, you were being, like, thrown in a chair and interrogated.
Are you at the chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Well, that does make sense, actually.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
Yeah, nice crossbow that I never got to upgrade in the previous game.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Hey, it's a long-standing tradition in Dragon Age games. You take anyone that offers.
There are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
Well, thank you. Are you the reason that she knows so much about the mark?
How did you do that?
Healing magic and minor wards. But I fear your mark is now past the point where those will help you. Cassandra, you should know. The magic involved here is...
I guess you're not the reason she knows so much about the mark.
Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
Alright. And...
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
Well, alright, we'll do that. Whee! That is something that... You wouldn't think that being able to jump bothers me, but the big problem is that the fact that you can jump means you can't pause. Spacebar used to pause in these games, and that doesn't work anymore. Which is terrible. Aha! And now I can control other party members, which is fantastic. Cassandra, take the lead. I do not want my poor rogue
Demons ahead.
running into guys.
You brought me now, Seeker?
Oh. Okay. So there's Greater Shade. I can make you attack with a payback strike. I don't know what I'm paying it back for. then you... You actually run back here and deal with this guy. Stop it from weakening everyone. Let's see, what is this? Long shot and caltrops. Yeah, we'll take out this first. Apparently I already killed the other guy because my lovely rogue there has already come back. Apparently there's one more still. Alright. I don't know what this blue bar does exactly. I think that may be like a timer for when you get out of combat. But you'll notice she got in the middle of a bunch of guys and she lost half of a bar versus the little bit we've had already took out half of her life. So I am quite okay with the strategy of letting Cassandra go first. It does bother me that there's not as much to loot anymore. I kind of feel like there should be, but I'm not finding anything. And I'm also... Tab used to highlight everything that was doable. And either I can't actually loot anything, or their tab doesn't work. I'm not sure which. I didn't go in here before. What's in here? Yeah, if you just happen to put your mouse over something, you'll be able to loot it. But... yeah, so that's loot. If I'm like far away where it's not registering, I press tab. Nothing happens. So yeah, that doesn't work anymore. You just have to pay attention, which is not inherently a bad thing. I am not like horribly offended that the game is forcing me to pay attention, but it is a little sad. It's just it's a somewhat arbitrary difference in how the game used to work, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to go this way. So I'm going to go this way.